Detective Daisy and Dylan crack the code by plural rules. Welcome back to Detective Daisy and Dylan's headquarters. The two detectives are constantly checking old cases from the past, and right now they are doing just that. As they're reading, Dylan notices he's seeing some words that he doesn't understand.
Hey Daisy, there are some words here that I don't know what they mean. It's really confusing me.
Oh really? Okay, let me have a look. Oh, okay, there are some plural nouns, but they follow rules we haven't covered yet. Would you like me to explain these rules to you?
Yes please.
So, there are two new rules here that you found, Detective Dylan. The first one is for nouns that end with a phonetic sound F. To make the noun plural, you don't just add ins onto the end, you take the F off, and replace it with VES. For example, the plural of wolf will be wolves, and the plural of wife will be wives.
Oh really?
Yup. So, what would the plural of shelf be?
Shelves?
Yes, exactly. Okay, and what about the plural of knife?
Knives?
Yes, well done for paying attention. Knife may end with an E, but the final sound is an F sound, so we need to remove the FE and replace it with VES. What about the plural of life?
Lives?
Yes, same rule applies, well done. So, that's one down. The second rule you found is for nouns that end in US. When this happens, you have to change the US for an I. For example, the plural of syllabus will be syllabi, and the plural of locus will be loci.
That seems weird.
It is a little bit. Give it a go. What would be the plural of cactus?
Cacti?
Yes, you take off the us and add on an I, good job. Okay, try the plural of octopus now.
Octopi?
Perfect, and how about fungus?
Fungi?
Right again. See, you picked it up so quickly. There's just one final thing I need to mention before you go back to reading.
What is it?
The rules we have just learned do not apply to every word that ends with F or US. This is the first rule we've learned where there are some exceptions to the rules. For example, the plural of genius is not genii, but geniuses. And the plural of cliff is not clives, but cliffs.
Oh, that seems tricky. Is there a way I can know which rules are the exceptions and which aren't?
Unfortunately, not. It's just one of things you have to learn and remember. There aren't any tricks to help you sort out which nouns follow the rule and which don't. I think it is safe to say you can assume an F or US noun follows the rules we have just learned, unless you are told otherwise. Then memorize any exception words you find.
Okay, that makes sense. Assume they follow the rule unless told otherwise.
As Daisy and Dylan are finishing their lesson, the phone rings. It's the police chief. He is asking them to come down to the local library. They have been following the activity of a group of criminals, and they think they've been leaving messages for one another at the library. They want Daisy and Dylan's help decoding the messages.
We'll be right there.
The two rush over to help out. When they get to the library, the police officers there are already rummaging through the books.
Detective Daisy and Dylan, there you are. We need everyone we can on this case. It is extremely urgent.
What do you need our help with? We are ready.
We know this library is being used as a secret messaging location for a group of local criminals. We're trying to see if we can work out how they're communicating, but we need to work fast. We have had a tip-off that they're planning a kidnapping.
A kidnapping? That is urgent. Okay, we will do all we can to help.
Thank you, detectives. We appreciate your help.
Daisy and Dylan join the police officers in rummaging around on the shelves. They pull down books and flick through them, hoping to find some sort of message or clue as to what the criminals are planning. Suddenly, Dylan thinks he has spotted something.
Daisy, come have a look at this.
What have you found?
This book title. I think one of the plural nouns is wrong, but I can't work out which one.
Oh, you're right. Maybe that's the secret code. Let's see if we can find any other books that have incorrect plural nouns on them.
Daisy and Dylan run around the library collecting any books that have the wrong plural nouns on them, but they'll need your help working out which of the words in the title is the key. Read through the titles of the books they give you and tell them which of the plural nouns is spelled incorrectly, and hopefully that will crack the code. Here is the first book. An argument between penknives and knives. Who is best? Which plural noun has been spelled incorrectly? Word A, penknives, or word B, knives? Word A, penknives. It should be penknives. Good job. Let's note that down. Here is the next book. Echoes of Alumni. Exploring the radii of connection. Which plural noun has been spelled incorrectly? Word A, alumni, or word B, radii? Word B, radii. It should be radii. Good spot. Let's keep looking. Here is a new book. The Rewarding Lives of Santa's Elves. Which plural noun has been spelled incorrectly? Word A, lives, or word B, elves? Word B, elves. It should be elves. Well done. Have a look at this next book. Surviving Winter. Why Scarves Are Vital for Octopi. Which plural noun has been spelled incorrectly? Word A, scarves, or word B, octopi? Word A, scarves. It should be scarves. Nice one. Here is another book. Fungi Chronicles. Adventures Among the Interleaves. Which plural noun is spelled incorrectly? Word A, fungi, or word B, interleaves? Word B, interleaves. It should be interleaves. Good job. On to the next one. The Dwarfs and Loaves. A culinary adventure in a magical land. Which plural noun is spelled incorrectly? Word A, dwarfs, or word B, loaves? Word A, dwarves. It should be dwarves. Well done. Another book to check over. The Elves and Platypi, Guardians of the Enchanted Forest. Which plural noun is spelled incorrectly? Word A, elves, or word B, platypi? Word A, elves. It should be elves. Keep this up, we're nearly done now. Look at this next book. How to Spot Healthy Leaves on Narcissuses. Which plural noun is spelled incorrectly? Word A, leaves, or word B, narcissuses? Word B, narcissuses. It should be narcissi. Almost at the end now. This is our last book. Looking Inside Themselves, an interview with the world's most notorious thieves. Which plural noun is spelled incorrectly? Word A, themselves, or word B, thieves? Word B, thieves. It should be thieves. Very good job. That was the last book that Daisy and Dylan had found in the library. Let's take a closer look at the clues we've found. We have penknives, radii, elves, scarves, interleaves, dwarves, elves again, narcissi, and thieves. Do you have an idea what the clues could mean? The words seem quite random. Maybe have a closer look at the first letter of each word. It could spell something. Actually, if we put the first letter of each word together, It does spell something. Can you work out what it is? That's right. It spells president. The criminals are gonna kidnap the president.
Chief, we've cracked the code.
Really? What is it?
The criminals are going to try and kidnap the president.
The police chief and his officers rush off in their cars to the president's house. Luckily, they got there before the kidnappers did and were able to warn the president of the danger. The president is shocked to hear about the plan, but is grateful for the team's hard work. The police officers surround the president's house and ambush the kidnappers when they turn up later in the day. As the arrested criminals are escorted to the station, the president finds Detective Daisy and Dylan and thanks them for their contribution to the case. He is appreciative of their work. Daisy and Dylan leave the scene being very happy that they were able to help the police force save the president.
Detective Daisy and Dylan, you ruined my plan. I must let you know how powerful I am. I am Mr. Exception.